Hello, I am Majid 2006. Welcome to the channel. What we are Infidelity Statistics, 2022. How much cheating is going on? Being cheated on is a gut-wrenching experience. Nobody wants it to happen to them, and few of us would even imagine that the person we love and care about could stab us in the back so brutally. But cheating happens. In fact, it happens a lot. Infidelity remains the #1 reason that married and unmarried relationships end all across the world. This is an in-depth guide to infidelity. What's the truth about how many people are cheating and their motivations, gender, and relationship types? Here's the cold, hard truth. Nobody wants to get cheated on, but many of us will be cheated on. We have the statistics, polls, analyses, interviews, and research. Who is cheating, why, and where? Do men cheat more or do women? We'll also take a look at other kinds of cheating, including emotional cheating and financial cheating. Let's get started. What do the numbers say? The overall numbers on infidelity are alarmingly high. Some websites have published unverified numbers claiming that about 40% of unmarried relationships and 25% of marriages see at least one incident of infidelity. Another estimate from the Journal of Marriage and Divorce concludes that a mind-blowing 70% of married Americans cheat at least once in their marriage. More reliable numbers from the U.S. General Social Survey point to lower statistics for infidelity, but they are still worrisomely high. According to the General Social Survey, 20% of men cheat compared to 13% of women. According to LA Intelligence Detective Agency, the numbers are somewhat higher. They write that 30 to 60% of married couples will cheat at least once in the marriage. 74% of men and 68% of women admit they'd cheat if it was guaranteed they'd never get caught. 60% of affairs start with close friends or co-workers. An average affair lasts 2 years. 69% of marriages break up as a result of an affair being discovered. This is not what any of us want to hear. But the ugly truth is better than a beautiful lie. So let's find out the truth about cheating. What goes on in cheaters' minds? Of course, only the cheater themselves. What's going on in their minds and in their underpants. But there are definitely gender differences in motivation that emerge in polling across the world. As Fatherly notes, men are more prone to casual and opportunistic cheating, which plays a big part in why they get caught. Infidelity, for many men, is evidence of recklessness. For women, however, cheating may be evidence of a more thought-out plan to address perceived needs. The potential costs of being sexually reckless is otherwise too high. Intimate partner violence, which 1 out of 3 women experiences at some point, is often triggered by infidelity. It's often not about looks either. In fact, a reputable study cited by HuffPost found that a majority of people surveyed cheated on their partner with someone they considered less physically attractive than their spouse. Furthermore, only 25% of men found the woman they were having an affair with to be more interesting than their wife. As Sophia Mura writes for Bride magazine, there are 4 main traits that make someone more likely to cheat, namely, they rank low for agreeableness and conscientiousness. Your lives are not intertwined. You see their differences as flaws, and they've become narcissistic. According to Mark Manson, the main reason people in relationships cheat is when one's need for self-gratification outweighs their need for intimacy. In other words, the desires of the moment and lust for immediate satisfaction temporarily outpaces their desire to be respectful and loyal to the love and relationship they have waiting at home. It's not always some big problem going on. In many cases, it's plain temptation and the heat of the moment. How did people meet the person they're cheating with? The chart below shows some of the common places cheater met their mistress or boy toy. Why do people cheat? The usual reason that people assume for cheating is that one or both partners are not happy, are unsatisfied, or are having other personal problems. The truth is more complicated. As LA Intelligence Detective Agency notes, statistics show that 56% of men and 34% of women who commit infidelity rate their marriages as happy or very happy. This makes the reason people cheat a little harder to dissect and comprehend. A poll from Superdrug Online Doctor found that men and women cheat for very different reasons. For American and European women, the #1 reason was that their partner did not pay enough attention to them, and the least important reason was that American women were bored and European women needed to feel sexy. For American and European men, the reason was that the other person they had an affair with was very hot, and the least important reason was that their partner was no longer paying attention to them. What people consider cheating also varies a fair bit, especially between the US and Europe. Out of those who do cheat, the reasons, forms of cheating and consequences vary considerably. The website The Truth About Deception maintains a poll for cheaters that's updated daily. It currently has over 94,600 respondents. The poll allows users have cheated to anonymously say why they cheated, how many times, and more information. The results as of March 23, 2021 shows some fascinating info. 43.7% of cheating women and 22.2% of cheating men have cheated on their spouse with someone they both know. 72.1% of cheated males cheated in a one-night stand, while only 53.1% of cheating women cheated by having a one-night stand. 53.1% of cheating women have cheated on their husband more than once. 66.9% of cheating men have cheated on their wife more than once. 40% of cheating females and 30.5% of cheating males have engaged in cybersex with someone other than their spouse. 34.6% of cheating females and 25.9% of cheating males did so because they were bored with their sex life. 73.7% of cheating females and 48.1% of cheating males were motivated to be unfaithful due to problems in their relationship. 49.8% of cheating females and 19.8% of cheating males thought about splitting up because of the affair. 30.3% of cheating females and 15.2% of cheating males did so to get even with their partner. 47.8% of cheating females and 39% of cheating males were caught by their significant other. In addition, 44% of people aged 17 to 24 admitted they cheated at least once to get back with their ex after a breakup, and 53% of the respondents admitted having sex with their ex. The likelihood of cheating does seem to correspond to marital status as well. As far as the numbers show, it seems to make a big difference if you're married or not, or at least correlate to an overall difference. As Branka Valeda notes, there is a 20% chance of a first marriage resulting in divorce within 5 years. In comparison, couples who cohabit for 5 years have a 49% chance of separating. Similarly, married couples have a 33% chance of divorce within 10 years, whilst cohabiting couples have a 62% chance of splitting up in this time frame. These statistics indicate that married couples are likely to remain together longer than couples who choose to cohabit but do not marry. Why do men cheat? Men generally have different motivations for infidelity than women, although every case varies. Men tend to be more visual and get tempted into infidelity by their physical desires. However, once you dig deeper, there are usually more disquieting reasons why men cheat. According to psychologist Robert Weiss, once you cut through the excuses and denial, the real primary reasons men cheat are the following: immaturity, other problems, low self-esteem, too cowardly to just end things, wants to get another side piece before ending things, impulsivity, childhood abuse, or to get revenge on his partner. Weiss says that a man who is immature and has other issues like a sexual addiction, drug use, or alcoholism may cheat as part of a broader lifestyle issue, or he may also be seeking validation from women other than his mate, using this extracurricular spark of interest to feel wanted, desired, and worthy. In addition, Weiss says that sometimes men get infatuated and aren't really into it, quickly tapping out to seek out some new nookie because he's mistaking the neurochemical rush of early romance, technically referred to as limerence, for love, and fails to understand that in healthy, long-term relationships limerence is replaced over time with less intense, but ultimately more meaningful forms of connection. When a man cheats to break up, he may do it because he's too scared to tell her straight up and wants her to do the hard work, or Weiss says, he may want to end his current relationship, but not until he's got another one lined up. Sometimes a guy just cheats because the chance comes up. As Weiss says, he may never have even thought about cheating until an opportunity suddenly presented itself. Then, without even thinking about what infidelity might do to his relationship, he went for it. Why do women cheat? Obviously, every woman is different. That said, women tend to cheat for very different reasons than men. In general, women cheat when they feel a lack of intimacy and feel ignored by their partner, whereas men are more visual and tend to cheat due to immediate temptation. Nonetheless, women are not always cheating for deep reasons. Sometimes, like men, they get caught up in the heat of the moment. As Jeremy Brown explains, some women cheat to avoid boredom. Other women cheat because they feel neglected. Still, other women say they cheat just because they want to. The reasons for infidelity are complex and unique to each relationship. The concept of a cheating wife contrasts a lot with what our culture tells us about women. To many, the thought triggers stronger reactions than that of a cheating man, which is more expected based on historical norms. What this means is that many cultures still idealize women as perfect beings who never get horny or tempted. It's a misogynist streak which believes men are allowed to sometimes lose control and be kind of stupid, but women should stay loyal and not stray from their man. The truth is that while women are more likely to cheat for reasons of feeling a lack of love and wanting something more serious, plenty of women do cheat because they want to try sex with someone new. It's not just a male thing, contrary to the popular myth. Who cheats more? Men cheat more than women. As stated, according to the General Social Survey, 20% of married men admitted to cheating and 13% of women. But the amount of women cheating has gone up 40% over the past several decades from its past minuscule amount. In addition, some researchers wonder if the number of women is actually higher, but women are just less likely to admit to an affair than men. Apps like Tinder and dating apps have made it even easier for men and women to cheat and hide it from their spouse, especially if they stick to sexting for the initial phase of the affair. Millennials are more likely to cheat using apps, especially, with fully 11% saying they use apps to cheat on their partner. Polling from the National Opinion Research Center at the University of Chicago shows that more women are cheating than ever before, especially in younger demographics, with 12.9% of U.S. women between 18 to 24 saying they've cheated and 15.9% of U.S. males in the same age range. On adults over 65 years old, only 10% of women cheated and 25% of men, showing just how dramatic the rise in younger women cheating has been. In other words, a lot of men cheat, but more and more younger women are getting in on the backstabbing now too. The highest age bracket for cheating women is not younger women, however, it's still women between 50 to 59 years old, a trend which has been recognizable for years now but switched from the 90s when women between 40 to 49 had the highest cheating rate. In terms of demographic breakdowns in the US, the Institute for Family Studies has a lot of data. Black Americans cheat more than other races, with 22% of married Black Americans admitting they've cheated compared to 16% of whites overall and 13% of Hispanics. In terms of gender and race, married Black men had a cheating rate of 28%, compared to 20% of married white men and 16% of married Hispanic men. Age also has a significant impact on cheating. Men and women both cheat more in middle age, and between 51 to 59 years old is the peak, with 31% of men and women in that age bracket admitting they've cheated. Education level has no known correlation with cheating. People who go to church or religious services less than once a year are more likely to cheat than those who go a few times a year or more. In other words, religious people are less likely to cheat. In fact, church or religious service attendance is linked to a number of benefits. According to a 2016 Harvard study, religious service attendance is directly linked to better health outcomes, including longer life, lower incidence of depression, and less suicide, and associated with greater marital stability, or more specifically, with a lower likelihood of divorce. Family background is also important. Those who are adopted or come from broken families are slightly more likely to cheat. As Anubra Kumar notes for Christian Post, 15% of adults who grew up with both biological parents have cheated on their spouse before, compared with 18% of those who didn't grow up in intact families. Now, if you want to be successful in romantic relationships and know more, subscribe to my channel. I made many tutorials for you. I will kiss you, my dear.